Shadow, Sarah was a blur of petals, aerial silks, and perpetually mounting caffeine consumption. Baby. She moved with the efficient grace of a seasoned performer. But the underlying stress was a constant, low hum, threatening to unravel her meticulously ordered world. Ondamising Fleece, for his part, had retreated from the trapeze bar with its bruised ego and strained lumbar, finding solace only in the methodical, less physically demanding, and certainly less embarrassing rhythms of his workshop in the whispering manner, howdies, where the only audience was June and the inquisitive Baron von Grolsch, and where the only pops heard were from exploding alchemical concoctions on Autofleet Ristel, a Barnaby by Hamatice. The front door, Sarah burst slamming shut behind her with an uncharacteristic force that rattled the delicate crystal in the display cabinet and sent a nervous shiver through the resident poltergeist's boarding feet eyes. Aggie, her eyes were shinings with an almost manic excitement, a wild, unbridled joy that made her seem to glow with an inner luminescence. Widely sorry, meticulously sorting through a dusty box of Baron von Grolsch's peculiar collection of ancient, unverschantized, unlabeled phonograph cylinders, an eclectic assortment ranging from obscure LRA and vorchants to experimental abyssal throat singing, looked up from cleaning a particularly ancient cylinder, titled Polkas from the Phantoms, on Tritian. Aveli, meanwhile, was attempting in a worn velvet cushion, her head still buried in a dense alchemical textbook, oblivious to the impending announcement. Anthony Barr, hey traumatized. Sarah, been listening. Sarah practically shrieked, dropping her oversized canvas bag, emblazoned with a delicate lunar cycle design, with a resounding thud onto the parlor floor. Beatful Sue, a castate be qualled. My spilled forth a cascade of ancient maps, a shimmering theatrical scarf woven with celestial threads, and a rather dramatic griffin feather boa, creating a colorful explosion of artistic chaos that made Fitz's eye twitch omnatately. Benitently, Missinabi, Abinitlis. Fitz meticulously grooves the polkas from the phantom cylinder with a fine brush, looked up, feigning nonchalance, who, though his expression held a flicker of apprehension, he still bore the phantom aches and profound mortification of his aerialist misadventure. On you, agaze. Sarah, my love, Grand Master, Solstice, discovered a new aerial maneuver that defies the laws of physics. Again, Nichoint, the need for actual bone structure and rendering gravity utterly obsolete, comatized. Or perhaps you finally mastered the legendary triple somersault on one trapeze, while simultaneously reciting ancient Eldorian incantations in their original demonic tongue. Omication, congratulations. Either way, you undeniable artistic marvel. Opolicentron, traumatized. Sarah bounced on the balls of her feet, containable energy vibrating through her slender frame, making the ancient floorboards hum faintly. Than me of physics' trivial accomplishments, Fitz. Better than by Bentley. He asked me to physic in defying somersaults. The main aerial ensemble, a featured performer, an integral part of the artistic tapestry of the Whispering Peaks Collective. Be intent. June, startled by Sarah, shriek. Enthusiastic, dropped her mending, her arcane needle clattering faintly to the floor, a startled yelp escaping her lips. She quickly recovered, clapping her hands together, genuinely thrilled for her friend, her face radiating sincere joy. Kochematized that. The ballad of Baron von Grolsch's Shadow the one everyone has been talking about in Eldoria Bay, the magnificent tale with the stunning choreography and the promise of dazzling enchanted costumes. Greeting Akain. Sifra nodded vigorously. Her raven dark hair, which had been perfectly pinned, now threatened to escape its bonds, a few wisps already framing her flushed face. Offhand. Precisely that. Grandmaster Solstice is choreographing it himself. Fitz. And it's going to play for 3 whole nights down in Portia Bay, the venerable crystalline spire theater. Can you imagine, Fitz? An actual theatrical run. My name on the playbill. My artistic debut. Ostley. Her words stumbled out in a breathless, joyous torrent. Ontishin Fabud, a lottery, had been Fornaby, Finchley said. One of the performers in this aerial ensemble had a sudden bout of artistic differences. Informed Grandmaster Tustis informed me is merely coreloped with the rather dashing dragon handler and now plans to live off the land in a remote case. Peaks. So he asked me if Mott would step in. He said, my natural grace was simply unmatched, my dedication unparalleled. Now Mott have to learn all the aerial routines, all the intricate choreography, winning, in less than a week. Mott only have 1 week to get it all together, Fitz. It's a monumental task, a terrifying challenge, but Mott met, ready. Mott truly am, Konsinginti. Awfuliscally. She paused. Hod, hands clasped to her chest. Her eyes wide with eager, resounding accolades, the expressions of astonishment and fervent congratulations. Well, aren't you going to say anything? Anything at all? Uwan Pakali Kate. Fitz, for once genuinely speechless, the phonograph cylinder forgotten, his earlier cynicism completely forgotten, in the face of Sarah's pure, unadulterated joy. We be tentantized. He stared at Sarah, a complicated mix of awe, pride, recalling his own embarrassing aerialist attempt, and a profound flicker of something resembling paternal protectiveness swirling within his. Her raw joy was undeniably contagious, illuminating the entire parlor. Anishinais. About what, Sarah? What grand, earth-shattering pronouncement could possibly encapsulate this triumph? No, that S truly great. Fitzwilliam Grimbles is profoundly impressed. Profoundly. Congratulations, Sarah. Absolutely sensational. A triumph of artistic dedication. Oni Kendrickes. He managed here, if slightly, is stunned, smile, genuinely happy for her, despite the faint phantom ache in his lower back. Oplis. June, meanwhile, rushed forward to hug her friend, her warmth radiating genuine affection. Her heart swelling, vecapite, had vicarious pride, honor, the cul. That, S. Obi, wonderful, se. Truly, Mott knew you had it in you. All your hard work, all your dedication, all those early morning stretches and daring drops. It est finally paying off. Robani. Height, Zero practically glowed, radiating an inner light that seemed to banish the last shadows of doubt, being too traumatized. Thank you. Can you believe it, June? Mott met, actually going to be up there, performing with real live, professional aerialists under the incandescent glare of the enchanted stage lights. It's a dream come true. My entire artistic life has been building to this moment, Great Wintead. In her eyes. Oh, and Fitz, you and June simply must come. Front row, center stage, where you can cheer me on. Perhaps even bring a rather large banner. Fitz, emblazoned with a picture of me, mid-somersault, always traumatized. You know how Fitz always adores the theater.